Hi, I'm Brian. Welcome back to another On the Road video brought to you by ApplianceVideo.com. Stop! Before beginning any repair, always be sure to disconnect the power to the appliance. It is also recommended to test the outlet for proper voltage. Remember to also turn off the water. Okay, today we're looking at a Samsung front load washer, and the complaint is we're getting a water leak. So we started the unit up through a cycle here. We're in the beginning of the cycle, still filling with water right now. We're gonna get into it here and try and figure out where our water leak is coming from. First place I'm gonna go and look is right in the top here. We're gonna remove the top panel and take a look inside. There's gonna be 2 Phillips screws on the back of this to remove, and then you can slide your panel back like that, lift it up and off. The tools needed for this repair are a Phillips screwdriver, a flathead screwdriver, and a pair of channel locks. Okay, so we got the top panel off here. We're taking a look inside, seeing if we can see where that water leak is coming from the top here. We got some water right here on top of the tub, and if we look right here, this is our water guide, and you can see all the corrosion on the electrical connections there, and you can actually see the water from where it was filling when it was in the fill process is dripping down on top of the tub, and you can see it runs all the way down, makes a path all the way down to the bottom, and you can see inside of the bottom there, it's where the water's been sitting in the bottom of the cabinet, and it's starting to rust some things and whatnot. So what we'll need to do is replace our water guide assembly. All right, so first thing is we'll remove our wires from this clip here to the water guide, and we will unplug our 2 terminals going into the water guide. Okay, and there's going to be 2 Phillips screws that hold it to this top bracket. Okay, and then there's actually kind of a tab here that goes into this clip also. Just kind of have to wiggle that out of there. So now we can bring it up here. We have better access to remove our 3 water hoses. This one over here, we can actually just push in with our fingers, move the clip back, and pull the hose off. And these 2 back here, we're gonna need a pair of pliers or adjustable slip joint pliers, channel locks. So we're just going to push in on these and slide it back down the hoses. And now these hoses can be pulled off. They're going to be stuck on there pretty good. You can use a little flat blade screwdriver to kind of break the seal, loosen them up. All right, and then we want to take note, these 2 hoses over here are the same size, so we're going to take note which one goes to where. So if we take a look here, this one coming from our blue water valve, this should be our cold water valve here, is going to go onto the top if it's positioned like this where the screw is mounted inside. So that one's the top there. The one coming from our dispenser will go to the bottom. Okay, now we can remove the old one. Okay, so we got the new water guide here. We're gonna go ahead and position it the way the old one was. All right, so this is our hose coming from the dispenser, which goes on the bottom port, and the hose coming from our inlet valve to the top port. And this one comes with an extra port here. Let's take a look at that. It's actually closed off inside of here, so it's not being used, so we don't have to worry about that one leaking water or anything. This is the right guide. And then we'll reinstall our small hose on the other side of the water guide. Put that clip back on. And we'll reinstall our 2 clamps on this side. Alright, next we'll mount it back in place. And next we'll reconnect our wire terminals. Before we do that, we'll just kind of clean all the gunk and everything off of these, any moisture. You don't want to leave any water on here or anything. You want to check inside at the actual terminals. Make sure they're not corroded, damaged, anything like that. Okay, now we can test the unit out, make sure everything's working and nothing's leaking. Alright, we got the cycle started. The water's filling up right now into the washer, so we're just gonna take and check all of our hoses here. And at different points in throughout the cycle, it's gonna, have the water travel through the different hoses. So we kind of want to let it run and go through all the steps and make sure that we're getting water through everything and nothing's leaking before we say it's good. Okay, so we've let it run through the main portion of the cycle and we've checked for water leaks, nothing's leaking. All right, the only thing left to do is reinstall our top panel. And reinstall the 2 Phillips screws. And that will complete your repair. Thank you for watching another quality video brought to you by ApplianceVideo.com.